Welcome, everybody, back to the Planet Film Network. Almost. You guys almost got a second intro there. Quick on the fingers with the beautiful Stream Deck. Elgato. Just saying. Shout out. Let us know. You know, we're open. Our DMs are open. Are our DMs open? Do we even have DMs? We'll get back to you, but we accept sponsorships of any kind. Welcome back to the Planet Film Network. I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk, right there at the bottom.
And I'm your other host, TJ Cornwell.
And welcome back to Planet Film Live, episode
36.
Episode 36. Holy crap. As you guys can tell from the beautiful thumbnail today and from the title of the video, of course, we're going to be covering kind of a wide range of topics with kind of a cool segment at the tail end of the show. So today we were kind of wondering what we were going to talk about, which, you know, I'd say we've had about 5 shows like that where we're like just a lot of our shows are pre-planned. But then some weeks we'll just randomly have one where we're like, the day of, we're like, crap, what's it going to be about? And I would say about 4 of those times, there has just been a watershed of just a huge influx of news that comes out to save our asses right at the end. And today is no exception.
No, it is not.
So, Rob, what did you think? No. Yeah, so do you want to, anything you want to get caught up on? Or, I got to do a mini review for you guys. I promised you I would last week, and I got to make good on my promise. One of the best shows, one of the best performances I've seen in a long time, worthy of the award wins, is Jason Sudeikis in Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You reviewed it last week. I said, you know, I promised. I was like, I'm going to watch it. I watched it almost the entire thing that night, and then I watched.
It's very easily bingeable.
Oh my god, yeah. And then I finished the rest of it the following day, just in time to then have to watch the Snyder Cut. So I got Ted Lasso out of the way. Oh my god, such a great show. Everything in it, every performance, Nate, Roy, and I would say of the side characters, I would say like Roy and Trent, the reporter, were like some of my favorite.
He's much more of a side character. I thought you meant the like kind of like the equipment guy.
Nate.
Oh, that's Nate.
Yeah, yeah. I would say all those 3, besides Ted, those 3 are my favorite characters of the show. Like I could watch an entire spin-off show just on like Trent reporting stuff.
Did you like how they like spun it? Like how he got hired and why he got hired?
Yes, I did, yeah. Because I was like, it's a thing based on commercials, and you're like, how do you make this a compelling, I guess I would call it a dramedy. Like, it's mainly a comedy, but, it's got some pretty heavy elements in it, too.
Right.
I was like, how are you going to spin it into a compelling storyline, basically, for all these characters? And I think they pulled it off really well. I think, some of the twists and turns and kind of character motivation reveals and stuff like that, I was like, are you gonna go like soap opera-y here? Like, is this gonna be like melodramatic when a character finds like out some big secret and stuff, and then they just handle it like perfectly, like exactly the way that you would want a sophisticated show to handle it. I noticed too, a lot of the exposition or a lot of the just storytelling in general of it is handled so perfectly. Like, instead of taking a 5-minute scene to explain to you something, a character just shows up and you're just like, I don't think it's a spoiler to say, do you remember the character Sassy, Rebecca's friend?
Right.
Yeah. When that character gets introduced pretty late on in the run of the first season, there's not like a 5-minute explanation of who this person is. It's just like, boom, she's there. You get one line and you understand everything.
Yeah. It's very well worked into conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Like everything. And I don't even know if exposition is the right word. Just any kind of info dump is worked perfect. Yeah. Like what you said, like the dialogue is written so perfectly. You get all the information you need.
Now, a question, they brought up that character. What Ted does in that episode, did that surprise you? Because that surprised me.
At karaoke?
No, with
with
her friend.
I think it surprised me, but I think it was meant to, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I think it's something that probably in season 2 we'll see maybe have like a more of a lingering effect.
Right.
You know.
I was just like, what? Like, it's not the vibe I got from his character throughout the entire season. Yeah. So I was just kind of thrown off a little bit. But I think it's more that he's just like really down.
I think it was what happened at karaoke combined with everything else.
Yeah.
Combined with, you know, what happens with him and Nate at the hotel room too. Like that was another moment of like not quite being Ted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That I think the other thing falls into as well.
Right.
Like instant regret kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, great show. Like we said, definitely stay tuned to the channel because trailers for season 2, you know, season 2 itself, we will absolutely be doing reviews. Maybe Planet Lasso in the future? No? Well, we'll see. Jury's still out. No, but really, yeah, great show. I'm glad I took the recommendation to give it a watch. Totally deserving of all the awards praise and everything.
Now, when I run out of Apple TV, are you going to get your own subscription? Because this is only a trial till like December.
No.
Not even to watch the second season?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean, like to watch the second season.
I'll get my trial and then I'll give you the password then.
Yeah, but your trial will only last like a week. My trial's like a year because I bought an Apple
are
product.
They bingeable or do they come out week to week?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it depends.
Yeah.
If it's bingeable or not. But yeah, great show. Great show. I'll probably just get Apple TV Plus for like certain things.
Right.
Because that's the only thing on there that I care for. Like I'm not going to watch the morning show. I mean, maybe I'll watch the morning. I don't know. But it's not at the top of the list for streaming services. But a little piece of news for streaming service. If anybody's watching that has HBO Max out there, you can now customize your icon. So before it was just, I think it was just the initial.
It was just your initial.
Your initial, was like in a little circle. Now, just like pretty much every other streaming service, you can set it to almost any character that HBO
this
has
is
done.
Better though because you can upload your own picture.
Your own picture.
This is better. This beats all of the other ones.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see in the coming months people add the ability to upload a picture.
Right.
But yeah, cool. Was there anything else we needed to?
No, I think that was it. I mean, you said this Saturday we'll be pre-recording.
Oh yeah, so this Saturday's Falcon and Winter Soldier review will be pre-recorded. So we will probably record that Saturday morning, but it will still go up on the channel at the same time Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it will go up as a premiere, so you guys can check it out, join the live chat and everything. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. And myself and TJ, we will be able to check in on the chat, when we have time. But I do work that night, so it won't be able to be live. But hopefully the week after that should be live. But we will let you know when that comes up. Also, I think I can tease a little bit. We will be doing a kind of special crossover with another podcast. Coming up, I'll just say in the coming weeks. I'm not gonna say what it is.
I don't think we have official.
I'm just gonna say there is a crossover of sorts coming. Will it be as good as Crisis on Infinite Earths? Will it be as good as Infinity War? Only time will tell. But it will be a great crossover. So keep an eye out for that, and of course we will let you guys know more info as that comes. Yeah, and merch. Check out our merch store. Merch store link in the description. We got some cool designs up. I don't have them up here with me, unfortunately, because I put them in the sink to be washed as soon as I got them, but I didn't remember to bring them up. But we finally got our mugs. Not finally, because it took a long time for them to make. They came in like a week, but I just forgot to order them. We finally got our mugs with the design with our faces on them. They look very, very nice. We will definitely have those probably in the next video you see on the channel. But yeah, check it out. Merch, t-shirts on sale, $19.99. Check it out. So with that, I think we are good to go ahead and head into the first couple topics. Good?
Yep.
All right, just one sec. Let me just start pulling some stuff up here. Now, do you have any additional topics that you had that we don't have graphics for?
Yeah, I don't know if you had any interest in this is a short one. I don't know if you had any interest in Seth Rogen being cast as Steven Spielberg's like uncle and that biopic of his life.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. I didn't pull that up, but yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
Apparently, like he had like a tough childhood, I guess, or something that I didn't know. Like
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, and I guess he's like that's what he's making the movie about.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I was surprised by that, but I thought it was a good casting in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Anything Seth Rogen is in is something that I will definitely be on board with.
Right.
He has proven time and time again that he is a excellent performer almost in any position you put him in on a film set. He's another one like Brad Pitt too, that even the things that he's just financially attached to, like as an executive producer, he strikes gold with. Same thing with Brad Pitt. If you've never seen the kind of movies that Brad Pitt is attached to as an executive producer, man, it's like 12 Years a Slave. Yeah. Like I think it's like Get Out, like that, like really, really great stuff that like he's just like, hits him out of the park.
He's like fit now too. Do you remember the GQ like photo shoot he
Seth
did?
Rogen?
Yeah. He was like thin as hell. I was like, where the hell did this come from?
What's it called? But yeah, like Seth Rogen, writing, directing, acting, pretty much drama, comedy, whatever.
Yeah.
He can pretty much handle it all. So
is the most recent thing he was in was
American Pickle?
Oh, I
think so.
No, not American Pickle. I was thinking of what was that one with Charlize Theron? That was good. It was good.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oof.
I forget. I gotta look.
The President's a Lady.
No.
Long Shot. It came to me. Schmodown.
Yeah.
Movie release dates. All right, Scott, we'll get there. So next up, we have a little bit of a video, actually, if you can believe it. We have a video graphic, everybody. So yeah, this is a pretty cool video. So this is was released today, actually. This is Oscar Isaac getting fit as hell, training for Moon Knight. Training has already begun. Look at that guy.
Where was this released?
Today.
No, where?
Oh, on
Twitter.
Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah. Oh. I think his trainer.
Oh.
Or somebody released
Is that Godzilla on the wall? Did you see that? Whoa.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah, like, just as we're kind of watching this, what are your thoughts on, this kind of giving us, I guess, a little bit of a...
it's not Godzilla.
It's King Kong, I think.
That's really what I meant.
What's it called? This is kind of giving us a little taste of the kind of action we'll see.
This is some like Black Widow-esque combat, I feel like.
Oh yeah, you got him with the thigh hold.
Yeah,
right?
I'm very interested in this now. I didn't know that. I don't really know anything about that character, so I didn't know that. That's kind of he was more like
basically the
like
most
hand-to-hand combat.
The most
stuff.
similar hero to like Batman. Would be like Moon Knight
without like the parents being dead.
A lot of other issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
There more mental issues than Batman.
Okay.
much more. But yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, that looks really cool. I mean, it looked like he's getting in the typical Marvel shape. Not that Oscar Isaac was a person who was not already in shape.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's getting into the typical Marvel fitness that we have come to expect and see through these movies. So everybody that's watching right now, by the way, sound off in chat. Let us know that you are watching. Let us know what you think about some of these stories and graphics and everything. So I'm very excited to see where Moon Knight kind of goes in the future with that.
Yeah, that was an interesting idea with the man bun. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sometimes Moon Knight like has like a little bit longer of hair.
Oh yeah.
But can Oscar Isaac like get long hair? Because like his hair is like so curly.
Yeah, because I think I've only seen him with that hair and then like a buzz cut in Ex Machina.
Oh yeah.
But those are the only two hairstyles I feel like I've ever seen on him.
Yeah, true. He
could certainly grow a beard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like Michelle in chat just said, good to see things are moving forward with Moon Knight. Like, yeah. Seemingly is already starting some sort of production, what I mean, at least gearing up for it. Because
when is that supposed to come out? Did they say next
fall
year?
2022, I think.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, so soon, but not like crazy soon, like a little over a year. So it would make sense that maybe if it starts like filming this summer, Yeah, cool. So next up, we will talk about the movie theater shuffle, as we call it here. It never ends. We thought we avoided it. We thought we were done. We thought it was past us. But in the words of Michael Corleone, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. I just realized I'm literally wearing what he wears like in that scene. But Godfather 3, underrated. Check it out. Sofia Coppola.
I still haven't watched it.
No, it's not underrated.
Okay,
it's perfectly rated, but watch it if you haven't. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So we have this beautiful graphic here for you guys. So we have a lot of big Disney delays, Disney changes and everything like that, with both just theatrical delays as well as delays to Disney Plus and to Disney Plus Premier Access, as you guys can see there. So we have Cruella I don't believe it changed its date.
I think just shifted.
Yeah,
to
I think it's the same date, but it did shift to Premier Access, so that'll be on Premier Access. And also,
is Luca just Disney Plus?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So Luca will be June 18th, just straight to Disney Plus.
Cool.
Now, all right. So let's pause for a second because
Okay.
the question I was going to ask about Premier Access with Cruella, we'll get there to my question when we talk about the next film. But with Luca, we are now 3 for 3 with Pixar films going straight to Disney Plus, not Premier Access, not Disney Plus and theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Onward, Soul, and now Luca have all just
gone.
Well,
Soul was both because Soul was in the theater first, and then it was on Disney Plus.
No, Soul never. Theater.
Onward.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah,
Onward.
So that's where it's kind of like a little bit of a question mark.
Yeah.
But it still begs the question that it seems when Disney is looking at their slate, it seems that the animated films are what they more easily are putting on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a pattern specifically with Pixar that we might see continue? Just to keep, because clearly they wouldn't keep doing it if they weren't doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think so because I think we know firsthand that Pixar movies can make like bank when they're put in theaters.
A lot
of money. So I just don't think that's like, I think they're just doing it maybe just to get it out. But yeah, no, I can't see that becoming like a trend. Like I think like honestly like late like this year, maybe like November, December. Like if there's like another Pixar movie to come out, which I feel like, isn't there like another one that's supposed to come out this year? What's the one with the kids changing? Is that Luca?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there like another one? Or no? Am I thinking of something? I might be thinking of like a different studio.
No, last year was when there was 2.
Oh, okay.
Soul and Onward.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say like if they had something later in the year, I could see that just going to theaters.
Okay.
But
so you just think it's just kind of more of a coincidence?
I think it's just a coincidence.
Okay.
Because you're not making money really. You're only making money if you just put on Disney Plus from the subscribers.
You say that, but when you look at like the Investors Day for Disney Plus, like they said, like Disney is making like a shit ton of money through Disney Plus.
It's just like one of the I can't imagine somebody saying I'm gonna get Disney Plus for Luca.
Well, no, I don't think they say we're gonna get Disney Plus for Luca, but I think it's the traffic that just drives people to Disney Plus is what generates the money. Right. So I don't think it has to necessarily be, because the two things they look at is new subscribers, and then like churn through
their retention
and stuff of subscribers.
Right.
So I think an account for like a streaming service like Disney Plus, I think a new account, I think a returning account might even make more money than a new account for them in the long run.
Right.
So yeah, it's very interesting the way, I mean, it's one of those things that, and we're never going to know because Netflix has been making original content for almost a decade, and they don't release their numbers. They don't release their numbers. They don't say how much money they make.
Yeah.
The only thing public about Netflix is that they're in the hole by like $90 billion or whatever the hell it is.
Here's my debt, and that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, very interesting. I just thought it was an interesting trend that we were seeing with the last 3 Pixar movies.
Right.
Granted, Onward, as you said, was an exception. Just actually a year ago this week, it launched on Disney Plus.
Oh God.
Still, I think that is an underrated movie. I think because of everything that happened, people didn't see it as much as the other stuff on Disney Plus. So I would say give that one a watch if you haven't. So let's talk about the big one. That's the next one. We're kind of going in chronological order here. Black Widow delayed from May 7th to July 9th. And as you can see by the beautiful graphic there, it is also going to premiere access.
Do you have any price? I honestly don't believe this is going to come in at the regular 30 that they've set.
Really? Okay.
I think it has to be higher than that. They actually maybe not. I would say they know the demand, but there's definitely way less demand than there would have been in the original release date.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm actually taking what I was thinking back. I don't think they can put this out at a higher price point. And
people won't pay it.
I don't think people will pay it because people will be like, it's been pushed like a gazillion times. Like, I don't care that much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Spider-Man. Like, if you put Spider-Man out, yeah.
Like, I think they missed their window at charging $50 for premiere access.
Yeah.
2 release dates ago.
Right.
I think when it was originally slated, what was it? It was originally.
How many times did it push? Like 4 or 5?
This is the 5th release date, I think.
Jeez.
Because it's been pushed well over a year.
Here's what I'm confused about. It was supposed to come out in May, right?
Which time?
This year.
May 7th, yeah.
May 7th. I assume they're just pushing it because they assume there will be more vaccines distributed by July 9th. But I was like, why don't you just leave the date and just say it's going to premiere access?
I think it's 2 things. I think it's to give it more time to kind of, because we've talked about, I know we've said it before, but, well, we haven't really said it before because before when things got pushed, we'd be like, let's see if it sticks. This time, I think you and I are both in agreement that
this is sticking.
That all these dates, every theater has pretty much adapted the thing of this is the date. We're not moving it again.
No.
This is when it's coming out. This is how it's coming out, and that's final. We're not pushing it again. So I think it's 3 things. I think it's they're hoping for more vaccines, so more moviegoers. I think they're hoping for. I think they're trying to firm up their release schedule. And the third thing, I think they need to start pumping out trailers.
Yeah.
They need some build up for this movie again. Because when was the last time we got anything Black Widow? I think we didn't even get a TV spot at the Super Bowl, did we?
Yeah, no. You can't just sit it's really just
it's just
dead
sitting
money
there.
Just sitting
yeah, exactly. So they need to start the promotion machine again, and that
I wouldn't even
that includes a bunch of stuff. That they need to make new toys. The original Black Widow toys. I mean, hell, I have like 3 Black Widow Funko Pops from a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
I don't even know how much more you want to market it. It's like I've already pushed so much money into it.
You definitely need a new full-length trailer.
Ugh, God.
Yeah, you definitely need a new full-length trailer with new footage. Not all new footage, but you need another look at the movie. You can't just put out the same trailer and say Disney Plus July 9th.
I'm gonna make I think my price guess. I'm actually gonna stick at 30.
Same.
So I take that back.
I'm gonna stick at $29.99. What I was saying earlier was I think when it was originally, I think it was dated for sometime in March at some point. Or no, sorry, it was December, right? Yeah, it was dated for December. I think if you were at that December 2020 release date, then you could have put it out. That was at a fever pitch where people were anticipating it. I think if you would come out and said, "Yep, it's sticking with December, whatever," but it's going to be $49.99 on Premiere Access and not in theaters, I think people would have been like, "Fucking sign me up." Yes, but now I think they've kind of realized the pattern with Disney Premiere Access, where they're kind of like, "All right, well, I could pay for it on Premiere Access." Like, let's just say they said $50. You could be like, "Well, I could pay $50 for it, or I could kind of just suck it up, go to a movie theater." Or I could just suck it up, wait another month, and then it'll just be on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Like Tenet.
So it's like
exactly. I was like, I'll wait. It's coming out like May 5th.
Yeah, exactly.
On HBO.
Yeah, so we're excited to see it. The main thing that I am excited for with Black Widow is that now we know that is the day we can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I will tell you right now, I am definitely watching this in a theater. Don't know when.
Do you think it's gonna get busy? You said it's busy now, so like. Oh, you're like preparing yourself already.
What did you?
Are we going back to like midnight screenings of Marvel movies? Oh, they're about to cash in on this one. They're gonna go.
Oh my lord!
99% capacity.
No one has won the WandaVision Funko Pops yet. We are giving it a few weeks for people to enter.
Right.
So we really only have about a handful of entries right now.
Yeah.
So go on the channel. If you guys are watching this, go on the channel. We have a giveaway specific video with all the information and the link in the description. Go to that video, watch that video, like and share that video and everything to get a good contest going. And that has all the information on where to enter. And then the drawing will probably be sometime mid-April, probably something like that. All right, so the next movie up is another one that has been pushed many times, which is Free Guy, which is the new video game NPC movie. Well, the old new video game NPC movie, kind of GTA style movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. That's
moving to August 13th. As of now, just a theatrical run, regular. Next up, we have Shang Chi, which was originally slated for July, which obviously had to move to make room for Black Widow, is now slated for September 3rd. Kingsman, which we will definitely talk about, which is, I believe this is its 6th.
Yeah,
or 7th.
Danielle says that Kingsman has been postponed at least 6 times.
I think this is its 7th. Yeah, I think this is its 7th release date.
Yeah.
And
Kingsman. Sorry, not Kingsman.
The Kingsman. Yeah. And then last but not least, Death on the Nile has been pushed to February 11th, 2022.
Yeah.
So that movie has been pushed 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts on this? What are out of those last 4? What are some of the ones that stick out to you?
Shang-Chi, not surprised because, like you said, Black Widow.
Yeah.
Kingsman. I'm kind of excited, and then I'm not really that excited for Death on the Nile because I thought Murder was pretty boring.
Mm-hmm. So did Armie Hammer.
And Free Guy, I don't know what to think of the movie. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a full trailer.
For Free Guy?
Yeah, I don't even think I've watched the trailer.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get I'm hoping that we get new trailers for some of these movies that have really, really been pushed, like with new footage and stuff. Because I mean, to do a reaction on the channel, but also to actually kind of get ourselves reacclimated with these films.
Right.
Like I could definitely use a new trailer for Kingsman, and I could definitely use a new trailer for Free Guy, definitely. Because that trailer released over a year ago, and that was the last time we got to look at it, I think. Yeah, Death on the Nile. It's like, all right, I would just put it on Disney Plus. Like, just drop it on Disney Plus, whatever.
You think Death on the Nile will end up on? I don't think you even go on Disney Plus.
Well, it's PG-13. I mean,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's rated R.
Never mind then.
And if they can show like some of the stuff in Falcon and Winter Soldier, even some of the stuff in Marvel movies, I'm sure they could show this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that 2 big things that stand out to me are definitely Shang-Chi, so we're getting Black Widow July 9th. Shang-Chi is September 3rd. Eternals is November 11th. And then Spider-Man is December 17th. So we're going to get, in 5 months, we're going to get 4 Marvel movies in 5 months. And during those 5 months where we're getting 4 movies, there will not be a week where there's not a show. I think I saw some tweet that lined them up, and it was episode 5 of Loki is the same day that Black Widow comes out on Disney Plus. And then I think Shang-Chi is episode 2 of Ms. Marvel.
Sounds like a lot of content.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much. Very much. But yeah. A lot of content. I just want to see the content.
Mm-hmm.
Just let us see the content, and then we will be content with the content. But yeah, more content means more content for us, means more content for you guys. So there we go. All right, let's move on to the next story. So we do have a couple more stories here. So coming off of the back of, well, let's actually, here, hang on. Let's go to this one. Let's start with this one first. So this is coming off the back of the, I don't even know if I would call it the fan success, the conversational success of Zack Snyder's Justice League, aka the Snyder Cut.
Go watch that breakdown now on the YouTube channel.
Yep, go check that out. This past week's episode of Planet Hero was breaking down the whole thing. So watch it. If you don't want to watch the Snyder Cut or watch the Snyder Cut, then come back and watch the breakdown. So coming off of the back of that, there have been a lot of calls to hashtag restore the Snyderverse. So as you guys know, at the end of Planet Hero, TJ read off some of the ideas and storyboards.
I read like 10 storyboards. There was like 20 total, I think. It was. I apologize, by the way, for going on
it's
like
okay.
that.
No.
I eventually was like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff too. So I mean, if you guys are interested in that, check out those last.
Just Google it.
Yeah, check out that last hour and a half of TJ reading. No, I'm just kidding. But really though, I think we can say now, we both enjoyed Zack Snyder's Justice League. But coming off the back of that, it sets up a lot of sequels that seemingly are not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people are, similar to the original release, the Snyder Cut, Restore the Snyderverse was trending on Twitter pretty much all week. And Warner Brothers basically felt the need to come out and kind of just get in front of it this time and just say, well, we enjoyed the opportunity, and they said we loved the opportunity. Like they weren't like being rude about it or anything.
No.
They just said, it was a fantastic opportunity for everyone involved, and we felt great that we were able to offer Zack this ability to finish his trilogy out the way that he wanted. But they basically said, but respectfully, now that trilogy is completed, we're very excited to be moving on in the new direction that we are taking with many DC properties.
Right.
So basically they were like, getting ahead of it before it builds up to anything else. They were like, we kind of, hey, we gave you this one. Now let us do something else, that kind of thing.
No, shut up.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this? The fact that, this is it. We have official confirmation from Warner Bros. Now, obviously, anything could change in the future.
Right.
But this feels different than people at Warner Brothers just going, nope, that movie doesn't exist. This is them saying, nope, we acknowledge the fan movement. We acknowledge the love that you guys have. But Zack Snyder's Justice League is as far as we're going. We're not going to do the whole thing.
I'm not surprised that they said that, obviously. I think you can kind of see it coming.
It would just be a huge undertaking.
It would be. It'd be a lot of money. You have to get all the cast back. And don't get me wrong, like, they would spend... It'd be a lot of money, to finish this movie. It's cost them, $70 million?
Something like that, yeah.
And how... For the budget, obviously Justice League wasn't... Not Zack Snyder's. The original Justice League wasn't his, movie. But how much did Batman vs Superman do? Was it that much? Yeah. Did it make million?
1.6
billion?
I think so.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay.
But
I gotta retract my.
The problem was it cost $600 million. That was the problem.
It cost $600.
Well, it cost $300 million, and then however much for marketing, which is usually double production or something like that. I think those numbers might not be correct, but
I'm gonna check the.
I know it made a lot
total. But it's just it's just not worth it.
Yeah. You look up that. I'm gonna look up how much the original Justice League.
And it's not it's just not you can't. And she said, I forget her name. I don't know if she's the CEO of Warner or
I'm
Warner
sorry.
Media.
I can pull up the.
It was the interview. She did an interview.
Ooh.
And basically she kind of was going against the toxic fandom, which there is.
Yeah.
For DC, and basically was
Okay, I retract everything I said.
What?
It did not make that much.
Batman vs Superman?
Yeah, it made almost $1 billion.
Okay.
So it made about $875 million.
Okay.
But the problem was it cost hundreds of millions of dollars to
make.
So yes, did it turn a profit? Absolutely.
And
was it worth it to
them?
In
my opinion,
No.
a subpar movie. If we're just being honest.
What?
Batman vs Superman. Subpar.
The ultimate cut or the
I've never seen it. The ultimate cut, though, the ultimate cut is a Blu-ray or on streaming. It's not what came out.
Yeah, but I would say that kind of a conversation, though, is more, that's, I feel, up to the fans and the studio to decide. Like, I think I would consider, at least to Zack Snyder's Justice League,
mm-hmm.
and like Wonder Woman and stuff, like the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, like, is what happened.
Okay,
like I would take that as canon.
I was gonna watch it in preparation for Zack Snyder.
It's very good.
Snyder
it's
cut,
so much. It's the same amount of improvement.
Mm-hmm.
For no, that's a lie. Absolutely not. Zack Snyder's Justice League improves on 2017's by about 180%.
Okay.
Ultimate Edition of BVS is like 100% improvement. Like,
okay.
it's a
they still have the Martha thing though.
Oh yeah, like the core of the story is still the core of the story.
Yeah.
But the actual watching of the film
mm-hmm.
Is 100 times better. It's so much
right.
more coherent. It's such a better story. It's like, I don't understand why Warner Brothers is like adamant on cutting character-based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why didn't you cut the whole Granny's peach tea like subplot with the piss in the jar, but you cut like some really great like Batman world building.
Right.
Like, I don't understand that, but
I think like they just want to kind of
wash their hands
and be done with it. And you know, they've got some exciting things coming out. Obviously, you know, Joker made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much like Aquaman made or
I think that
Shazam.
made like $1 billion.
Shazam did well.
Yeah.
But they have obviously Matt Reeves' Batman, Black Adam. They have a lot of new things coming out. And I think they just kind of want to focus on those.
Yeah.
So I can't really blame them.
Right.
Speaking of cuts.
Yeah, speaking of cuts, so another thing that was trending is, you know, #release the Ayer cut of this is now, of course, of 2016's Suicide Squad. And in this same interview where they said, you know, where she said, she talked about that, you know, this Zack Snyder's Justice League is kind of it when it comes to this kind of stuff. They also said, you know, we will not be developing David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad, which, by the way, there is already a extended cut of Suicide Squad.
Is?
Yeah, it like came out on one of the Blu-rays. Like, you can watch that. Like, I'm sure he still is like, it's not his like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but it's probably a better version of the movie. I haven't watched it because to me, Suicide Squad is just the epitome of terrible. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from somebody in the chat. But to me, I cannot. I can barely stomach watching it.
I barely remember it, I'll be honest.
I can barely stomach watching that movie. But yeah, so here's the response. He says, "Why? Because you didn't leave the movie halfway through production and then they ruined it. You made the movie, and it was bad."
Yeah, that was my whole thing.
Granted, it was edited to shit.
Yeah.
The editors I would say the editors are to blame over David Ayer, but they edited together everything that you shot.
Right. Yeah, so that's my like main thing. It's like somebody didn't come over and reshoot things that you know you already did and then edit it all together. Like, you shot everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Zack Snyder shot everything, but they reshot stuff.
Yeah,
and they basically took out almost all his shots.
Yeah. Like, they wrote over Zack Snyder's. They recorded over his VHS. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I can't imagine a cut like. Now, granted, Snyder cut actually it did wonders for Justice League.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
It made it very it made it way better. It didn't
make it a perfect movie.
No, because.
But it made it
some of the same problems that were in 2017 I still had with his movie.
Yeah.
Where you know.
Again, same thing with the Martha stuff with BVS. It's still the same stuff still happen. Well, not even really, but a lot of the story beats are still there.
Yeah. And the other thing we haven't even mentioned, they have another Suicide Squad coming out. Exactly. So you're basically stepping on your own product.
You're stepping on James Gunn's.
Yeah.
James Gunn's
yeah.
toes.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's like, well, what's the what you know? Like,
where does it end? Also, it's like
true.
you can't just keep giving every director that's ever been wronged in Hollywood.
Basically, anybody that does a DC movie can come back and say, "Well, I need
Where's my cut?" Yeah.
Exactly. That's literally that's literally the only thing it seems to happen with. Because the Donner cut too. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
But that's DC.
Yeah,
it's just a trend.
Absolutely. And that's another one too. Kind of like, I'm sure
it was way better though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because
I'm
was
sure.
it for Superman 2? Is that what it was?
Yeah. So basically, Richard Donner got fired like 60 or 80% of the way through production, and they brought in Richard Lester to take over and basically do the rest of the movie. And it was basically that he changed a bunch of stuff tonally, like all that kind of stuff. And people were kind of like, what is this?
Yeah.
But now, for decades, the Donner cut has been what fans embrace as their version of Superman 2.
And then it kind of goes downhill from there. Superman 3,
and
Superman 4.
Just like,
and then
whatever.
Search for Truth or whatever it's called. Or
Quest for Peace.
Quest for Peace.
Yeah. You're thinking of Search for Spock. From similar era, very different universe. But yeah. So it's kind of a time-honored tradition, I guess, of getting director's cuts of DC films. But I think I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be the last one for a while, if I had to guess. Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to our next story, which is talking about the boys. Talking about, not literally the boys, but talking about Sam and Bucky. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier has marked a huge milestone for Disney Plus as a streaming service. The premiere episode, New World Order, which you can also go check out Sunday's video where we did, I think it was about a 15-20 minute video breaking down our thoughts because we didn't get to do it live on Planet Hero, giving you all of our thoughts on the premiere episode. But the news is that the premiere episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier was the highest viewed premiere of anything on Disney Plus. That any of the
That's
any
surprised
Mandalorian,
me.
any WandaVision, all
how,
that.
Like I literally don't see how that's like. I
To
don't
me,
get how
this is
that's
what I
possible.
think. This is what I think. We already know that WandaVision pretty much blew the doors off of Mando's premieres, and I think that's just because when Mando premiered, Star Wars was in a bit of a dip. Marvel was on a complete high.
Yeah.
So that's expected. But I think a lot of people who are MCU, maybe not MCU diehards, but enjoy the MCU and that kind of stuff, who were the kind of people that were a little turned off from WandaVision, I think they came back. I think all the people that loved and watched WandaVision, plus the people who fell off of WandaVision.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, I thought WandaVision seemed like it was more digestible for people, like new people that were just interested because of the whole sitcom shtick and everything like that. So that's why I thought that would be like.
That's what I'm saying, but I think those new people are now Marvel fans.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's what I'm saying.
So you think it just kind of compiled itself?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah. I think because it was the second one. I think if it was the original release date plan and this was first, and then WandaVision was second, I think you would have seen WandaVision with the bigger.
Yeah.
With the
Daniel
bigger
makes
one.
a good point. Just wait till High School Musical, the series season 2 comes out.
Absolutely.
That's gonna.
They gotta call it High School Musical, the series, the second season, right?
I don't know.
So it'll be
I never watched the
HSM
show.
TMTS TSS.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be what they call it, right? Great show.
But no, I'm
Olivia deserved better. Ricky over EJ. All right, continue.
No, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm surprised. Is this just shows?
You've been dogging Falcon Winter Soldier pretty hard.
I'm not dogging it, bro. I just like I told you it was one of my least
too much of a WandaVision stan.
Dude, WandaVision's so good. I was just this, like I said before, this is something I was not really looking for. Like I was like, oh, cool. Like
you look at this just more as like, oh yeah, more MCU. Okay.
Yeah, but
cool,
honestly, first episode I said was good. It was very good.
But Loki, you're like
I'm excited. I just love that like multi-universe.
You love love like the Guardians / like Doctor Strange end of the universe more.
Doctor Strange, Guardians I like, but like I just watched the first one recently. Like I said, Ronan really doesn't do it for me in that movie. But like Doctor Strange,
you like the multiverse stuff.
I like the multiverse stuff. Yeah, because I want to see
time
those
travel-y, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Gotcha. Man, and Ant-Man just doesn't do it for you. It makes no sense.
Ant-Man, I just think, honestly,
do you know the movie that they established the time travel in?
Yes, Ant-Man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Especially the second one.
Are you up to Ant-Man in your rewatch yet? You got to be, right?
No, we're very slow. We're
you stopped after Age of Ultron, did you?
No, we watched Guardians of the Galaxy's after, isn't it?
No, it's before.
What's after Age of Ultron?
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we're stopped.
So Ant-Man's your next one.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Really give it, and Danielle, I know you're watching. Make him really give it a shot.
Open
your eyes.
I like the first one more than the second because I find Ghost.
Don't even pay attention to Ghost because that's like she's just like a side character. Don't view her as the villain, and you will enjoy that movie so much more. Kind of view Ant-Man and the Wasp like there just isn't a villain.
Like
watch the story for the story.
Like in Ant-Man, I like what's his name? He was in House Cards. He played the senator. It's Peter something. He's kind of like Balder. Do you know what I'm talking about? He plays the villain in Ant-Man.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought when you said Peter, I thought you meant the actor. Peter Russo from House of Cards.
Right.
Corey Stoll.
Yeah, I like him.
You like
in
Yellow
the movie.
Jacket.
Yes, I like that villain.
Yellow Jacket's great. Yeah.
So I don't know.
He's one you could definitely bring back with like time travel.
Right. Yeah.
They could well, actually, we don't see him die. He just goes into the quantum realm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of looks really weird. Like he literally.
it looks bad.
Crumpled.
Yeah. It doesn't look good for him.
Yeah.
Danielle said she loves Paul Rudd, so she thinks you're just jealous. That might be it.
Everybody in my work loves Paul Rudd too. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah. I don't not like him. I
feel like
it's Paul
maybe
Rudd.
you don't like him.
I don't not like him.
Wow. I don't know.
He's funny. Like if you've seen real quick, if you've seen that one video of him on the Zoom with Chris Evans, and he's like, so like what? He asked a question about acting. Chris Evans like is explaining his answer, and he just holds up like the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet, and he's just going like that. Like it's just.
I love really one of my favorite videos of Paul Rudd of all time is an interview for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and they ask, can you pronounce the name of Thor's hammer? And they're like. Mjolnir, and then Evangeline Lilly is like Mjolnir, and then Paul Rudd goes Jonathan. it's so funny. And then of course the look at us. Yeah, who do think that?
Yeah, that's
not me.
That's one of the memes of the 2020.
Oh, of the decade. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Great. Paul Rudd's a great human treasure. Treasure to the species. All right, let's talk some.
Thank God.
Hello, Jonathan.
I need some more John Wick in my life.
Yeah, I need some more frickin' Winston in my life.
John Wick 3 seems just forever ago to me.
2019.
Yeah, I remember binging the first two before this, and then I was like, "Whoa, oh my God, this is crazy!"
Gosh, what a great
trilogy of films.
Yeah.
Oh my
God, I know. I say it all the time. Two best action franchises I think of all time.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible and John Wick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're both amazing. But let's talk some John Wick. Let me just pull it up here because I've been neglecting the actual article.
So is this an actual John Wick story or this?
Yeah, there's a couple of John Wick stories
wow.
this week.
Because wasn't this supposed to be filming right after? Oh no, that was when they were coming out. It was supposed to be Matrix 4 and John Wick the same weekend.
Well, he was supposed to. Okay, so Keanu was supposed to have a real packed life for a bit.
Right. Yeah.
So the original plan with no COVID was he was filming the Matrix 4 and then would go immediately out of the Matrix 4 into John Wick 4 and 5 filming back to back. Kind of like Infinity War and Endgame, where they're kind of filming almost both movies at once,
right?
But with more of a break in between. So we have a couple of new pieces of news for both John Wick and the John Wick universe as well, which I still don't think is a coincidence that we're getting all these announcements the week that nobody comes out. I'm just saying.
I really can't see it being
well, listen to what he has to say here.
Okay.
Might change your tune. So John Wick writer Derek Kolstad, who penned the original 3 films, will not be returning to write John Wick 4 or John Wick 5. But he is still heavily involved in the universe and has teased that fans will come to understand that there will be some expansions and some major announcements in the next couple of weeks for the Continental spin-off series and movies.
I forgot about that. I forgot they were doing like a show.
I'm still thinking if this is some sort of a backdoor, they've done it before. If this is some sort of a backdoor entry into this universe, oh my god, I will. If not, whatever. The movie looks incredible. The reviews are already out. It's a great movie. And everything.
Spoiler for one of the John Wicks. Just mute your television or whatever, phone, whatever.
Which one?
I forget which one it was.
Okay.
I wish they wouldn't have killed Willem Dafoe.
Oh, that was the very first one. Yeah. Spoiler for the very first John
Wick. Which was however many years ago.
Yeah.
But they should have left him. He would have been like. I would like to see like where he goes.
Well, I wouldn't be. I mean, who's to say these spin-offs and everything are limited to the concurrent timeline? That's true. Yeah. Could be. I would actually love. I would love a streaming service, John Wick show, that's like an anthology, a different assassin every week. I would love that. That would be awesome.
I don't know. Maybe when does Nobody come out again?
This week.
Is that on HBO?
No, it's just in theaters.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's just in theaters.
That sucks.
But yeah, that's another one I'm definitely going to go to the theaters and watch. I'm crazy excited for that.
Oh, and this week. Oh, wait, no, that's next week. No, Godzilla Kong? Is that this week?
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nobody is this Thursday. Godzilla is next Wednesday.
Okay.
So the writer, the main writer of the franchise, will not return for the next two sequels, but he is probably just because he's really involved with all.
Isn't
these
the director coming back?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Skalisky
like
or whatever his name is. Yeah. So I'm super excited. Now I can't remember if the Continental, which obviously is the hotel, if you guys haven't watched it, that's the hotel. The what do you call it? The chain, the network hotels.
The network of hotels.
They're all called the Continental. That's kind of what the universe operates out of, is those hotels. Now I can't remember. There's a bunch of John Wick spinoffs coming. I can't remember if the Continental one is a movie series or if it's a series.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
That'd be interesting though.
But either way, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to get the Continental spinoff.
It's a series.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a little look. I think that's.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's what I just brought up here.
I think that's maybe Boss Logic. I don't know. Somebody did that art though, for an idea of what that could look like. But yeah, I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see where this universe goes, because if any movie franchise is worthy of building upon its universe, it's this one.
Yeah, especially because I love Keanu, but he doesn't show it on screen, but he's getting up there a little bit, so maybe he just doesn't want to do because he trains very vigorously for these.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen that video of him going around the shooting course?
With him and Halle Berry for the third one. Oh yeah. Woo, man, that guy. He could kill somebody in real life. I would thank him. He would kill me, and I would thank him. But yeah, I think you might be right. I think maybe with the 4 and 5 for John Wick, maybe that's a another semi-retirement for John Wick. Then maybe he'll come back one day, kind of to save the day a little bit or anything like that. All right, there was one more bit of John Wick news that I have to find. Yes, so due to COVID and due to the delay with the Matrix film and everything like that, John Wick 4 will start shooting in very early June, but it will no longer film back-to-back with John Wick 5. Right. Sorry. So Mike Finch is the new screenwriter on the film, who is taking over for the previous one who left to work on the spinoff. But the film is expected to shoot on location in Berlin, Paris, New York City, and Japan. So clearly this is something that, clearly it's something that they kind of needed to delay production to make sure that they would be able to do all these shooting locations and stuff like that. And I don't think the John Wick franchise is one that would do use the volume technology. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Just insert image of John Wick riding a horse.
I think as long as it continues to make I just looked up John Wick 3 worldwide made $326 million.
Oh yeah.
So as long as it
how much of a budget 40,
75,
70? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so as long as it continues to be lucrative in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they make so much money.
I always go back. I don't go back and forth because I remember people saying like they like the second one the least, but I was like, second one is like, I think I go like 3, 2, 1 in the ranking. I think the first one is my least favorite. Mm-hmm. I still like it, but like I think I put the second one because I just like them building the world out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you haven't watched them, I think they're all on HBO. You have to go check them out. They're so good.
Yeah. So now we can take a look at. Actually, hang on. We can skip that one. Yeah, so let's talk about this real quick. So along with the date change announcement, I know you guys saw it a little bit earlier in the graphic, but we did get this cool, very, no pun intended, very stark, contrasty, bright white with the red. I guess they're not even calling this a character poster. They're just saying this is
the new
poster for the movie. What are your thoughts on the new poster? How do you like it? How do you like the
cool? I came in and I said I can't
outfit?
tell if that's a picture or not.
Yeah, her face looks a little. Like the lighting looks. I think it's definitely a picture, but
yeah,
it's very composited. I think the lighting on her forehead doesn't look quite right. But great poster nonetheless. I hope we get it at the theater because I'd love to have that. Here.
I was gonna say it literally just reminds me of like sitting in the lobby and seeing the old one, I guess at this point, the old poster sitting there that however many that I literally almost said however many years ago that was last year.
Yeah, it almost was. Yeah, it almost has been. All right,
here we go.
So here we go. This is, I will say, guys, it's no secret. I make these graphics for your entertainment and my own. This one to me, I really I think it speaks for itself. So this is, as we can see here, this is Michael Keaton fighting the coronavirus. So that is because Michael Keaton has revealed that not only for his role as Batman, his returning role as Batman in the Flash film, but for many roles that he has coming up, Michael Keaton has just kind of revealed that in general he feels very uneasy about getting back out there to act. He has said, he's not gonna be cute or coy about it. He just doesn't really know what the future holds for him because he is very worried about the coronavirus.
He is 69.
And he takes it very seriously. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just, it's just a little bit of news here that, I think we should talk about because, I think it'd be very disappointing if this can't come together to have him return because clearly DC has some big plans for him to come back. We knew it was like a multi-film storyline, you know what I mean? Clearly, I don't think sounds like the contract isn't quite hammered out yet.
Right.
I think that's probably why we didn't get an official announcement at DC Fandom.
Right. Do you think I think this has been talked about. Now I'm kind of like speculating on the movie in general.
Oh yeah.
But do you think he takes the role of like the old like Batman Beyond-esque where he's the old Bruce Wayne?
Well, based on this picture that they released, this is the only official picture, but this is an official picture from
not with
Warner
the COVID,
Brothers. Not with the COVID, no, and not with the purple. That's just some of the editing that I did to make the graphic. But this is an official picture released by Warner Brothers, so I think he's just gonna be more of still Batman. I think they're just going to play it that way. I think, we've seen it before. People, when they put on a suit, it's just a stunt double. I mean, I don't consider there to be any shame in that.
I was going to say, as long as I don't get, like, some, like, stupid Irishman, like, Robert De Niro stomping on that guy's head, trying to lift his leg up. Like, but, yeah, I'm interested. I want to – I mean, obviously, I'm excited for this movie. But I want to know like what his like role is. Again, like I think that'd be really cool. Like him kind of take. The only thing with that is like I feel like he'd have to be more than just this. Yeah. To be that role.
Well, they've said that it's gonna be. Their hope is multiple appearances and taking over the role as Batman from Batman.
And oh yeah, you're right.
All right, here's a question for you.
Oh jeez, man.
I've got a big one coming for you, and let us know in chat too. Let us know what you guys think. If this falls through with Michael Keaton, we've seen that Ben Affleck is doing a lot better. He's engaged. He's going to be in. He's already in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance? Do you think there's a chance, any chance,
No.
that if they say, listen, things fell through with Keaton,
Oh.
would you consider coming back to be Batman? Listen,
For
we
how
already know.
long?
We already know though that it's a small role. Like they would just fill him in where Keaton would be, like as the mentor figure and stuff. So he wouldn't have to get.
I thought you were
gonna
be like, oh, he'd come back as Batman for like 2 movies.
No,
like,
not like a trilogy of his own, but like, do you think he could fall into like Tony in Homecoming? That's kind of what I'm expecting the Michael Keaton role to be.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Do you think that there's any chance if they back up the Brinks truck?
I'll be
to
honest.
His house,
why don't you get like George Clelooney? I know, like
he would never do it. George Clooney would
really?
never do it.
Oh yeah, he hated that.
He
suit
hates
and
Batman. Yeah, George Clooney hates Batman. He would never do it.
You ever heard him talk about that? I saw like
Yeah.
this one
Oh, yeah,
interview
yeah.
where he's talking about George or Schumacher and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Then-
but it's like the thing is with that, like he's not like Michael Keaton. Like, I guess you could just like age him up a little bit. Like he's not like old Ben Affleck.
Who? Well, I don't think you have to. You would just make it the regular Bruce Wayne.
But okay, so he's a mentor to Flash. That's
Who?
the whole thing. Like Michael, like
Yeah.
Batman. Okay, because like in my head, I'm like, I keep thinking like mentor to a different Batman. Like somebody's taking up the mantle.
No,
from
like
him,
he's supposed to be like a
but that's
mentor
like
to
Batman
Flash.
Beyond.
Yeah. I would love to see a live action Terry McGinnis though.
That'd be dope.
That'd be
I don't
dope,
know who
yeah.
I'd cast for that, but that'd be cool.
Robbie Amell.
I don't know.
That's
who
what I
that
would
is.
cast. Stephen Amell's cousin.
Oh.
He played Firestorm on the DC TV shows.
Oh.
He's a good actor though. He's been in a couple like Netflix stuff too.
Yeah, no, I think they could maybe if they back up the Brinks truck. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe he'd be like, fine, you know.
Yeah.
I
just think
if
think
I was
there's
him, though, I'd
more-
be like, I'm not getting into shape again.
No, exactly. I just think there's more chance now than ever because, as you can see, one of the biggest things from the Snyder Cut is everybody's just like,
Yeah.
gosh, how good he was as Batman.
Yeah,
Like,
but
holy shit.
but you have to fight like they did back when they made those movies. So like the really stiff like.
Oh,
punch.
yeah, that's how you go. But yeah, and I mean, and I'll say too, not really spoiler for the Snyder Cut, but the only 2 scenes that were reshot for Zack Snyder's Justice League were with Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
And he was engaged in the story and he was not Harrison Fording it like in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or something. Like he was not Bruce Willising it. He was not checked out. He was very much playing Bruce Wayne again. Like the scene with him and okay, that would be a spoiler. The scene at the very end of the movie with him and a character at Bruce Wayne's house. He looks great
He
as
does look
Batman.
very good.
Oh my gosh. And he looks happy to be there.
I think like again like when he kind of ducked out and everything, it was
just a
an
terrible time for
amalgamation
him.
of like
Yeah.
everything.
It was everything that was going on with his family and stuff. He's doing so much
speaking
better
of,
now.
as much as I don't want to bring it up, did you see that there
Deep
was
Water?
no?
Oh,
did you
what?
see that there was rumors yesterday that they got back together, but then she was like no. And she like posted on her story like all these no's, and then she posted this video of like I don't know, it was a Marilyn Monroe, and like I don't know what it was, and she was just saying no like multiple times, and I was like, ugh,
Poor Ben.
yeah.
I think he needs to have a stable relationship with one person, and that's
He needs to
that's
get
Ben
that
Affleck.
cutout back.
Yeah.
That
Well,
Casey threw out.
Casey threw it out. Casey, we're on to you. Casey Affleck, if you want to come on the show. Well, maybe. I don't know. He's got yeah. I don't trust him with my house after Manchester by the Sea. Oh, too soon.
I've never seen it, but
Oh, sorry.
I know it's on the list.
I almost spoiled something.
It's on the list, and every time I scroll by it, I go, maybe we should watch this, and I go,
it's very
I'll
good.
come back to it.
It's very good. He's in the freezer. That's all I'll say, man. He's in the freaking freezer. All right, so let's talk about this is the last story that we have before we get to our last topic, or little fun, I don't know what you call it, game, conversation, whatever. We have now, speaking of the upcoming DC properties and DC franchises, we have official word that Helen Mirren, none other than Dame Helen Mirren herself, has been cast officially as the main villain for Shazam 2: Fury of the Gods.
Oh, the main villain.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Dame Helen joining the cast of Shazam: Fury of the Gods? And do you think she will be giving the Fury of the Gods to one Mr. Zachary P. Levi?
I'm interested. What's the villain?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
Do you know any possibilities?
I don't know. Like it could be a lot of things. Maybe it could be a gender swapped, god. Anything. If I had to guess, it would probably be that because a lot of the gods are men. Like the only other god I could think, like she could be like the goddess of like love or something like that. Like she could be like Aphrodite or something. But that's not like much of a like villainous role.
Right.
So I would think maybe it would be like somebody like that, or maybe she is playing a more human character who kind of taps into the power of the gods. That'd be something that'd be interesting. But yeah, Shazam is one of those things that I'm just not as familiar with a lot of the characters in. But that being said, if we get a potential, what was that movie called?
Black Adam?
No, with The Rock and Jason Statham. We get a little Hobbs and Shaw reunion with maybe she is key to bringing Black Adam back.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, I wonder if that'll be like Shazam 2's after Black Adam, right? Obviously, I assume. Or no? Because Black Adam starts filming like next week, I think. Is what The Rock said.
I think they're gonna I think they're definitely gonna overlap filming because Shazam 2 has been like getting ready, like they've been like gearing up, like they've been announcing cast members and stuff like that, like left and right. So I think maybe like if you just talk about The Rock, I think he might go right from Black Adam to Shazam 2 if he's in Shazam 2, which I think he probably will.
Oh
be.
yeah.
I mean, it would probably
if
sense.
not like a cameo. No, yeah, that's why I think. Oh no, because they probably like title like a Shazam Black Adam like dual movie. Like I think maybe he'll show up in Shazam 2, but he'll have like a smaller part.
I think it'll be like, if you want to look at, I think it's the exact same formula that Godzilla vs. Kong did. It was like you got a Godzilla movie, you got a Shazam movie, then you get Black Adam, Kong, then you get another of the hero. Yes, Godzilla is the hero in my opinion. Team Kong can get out of here with that crap. Then you get another Shazam, and then the versus or the team up or whatever you want to call it. God, I hope they come up with something better than Shazam versus Black Adam.
Oh yeah,
like that would be. Yeah. I don't know. Just come up with something better. But yeah, I'm very excited to see that. She's great in like villain roles. She's great in roles where she kind of plays against type. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. Cool. So was there any other news beats that I missed or anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No, that was it. Oh wait, no, never mind.
No? You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So so let's go ahead and move on to our final kind of segment here, which is we are going to be going through and we are going to be ranking I guess I can speak for both of us. I think that we are going to be ranking the 5 films from one of our favorite directors, Denis Villeneuve. For those who don't know, we just name the movies real quick. He directed Arrival, Prisoners, Enemy, Sicario, and Blade Runner 2049.
He's directed 2 other films that are more like that I haven't seen. But they're more like not as mainstream, I feel like.
Yeah, they're from they're kind of like his foreign film entries kind of.
Right.
We just haven't seen them, so we just aren't including them on this. But like TJ said, these are his more mainstream kind of those are more of his, just starting out movies and stuff like that. So we're going to go with the 5 that we have seen cuz we wouldn't feel right on ranking the movies that we hadn't seen cuz we'd probably just put them at the bottom, which isn't very fair. So yeah. I guess we'll just kind of play this by ear to see how we want to go through it. Do you want to do do you know your order already?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to just run this like we did like top 10, just one apiece?
Yeah.
All right. So for those who don't know, when we do a ranked episode like this, we basically trade since we're just doing 5. We're basically going to trade one apiece. So TJ will do his 5, then I'll do my 5, then his 4, my 4, his 3, and so on. And then if we get to one that is higher on the other person's list, we will say we're going to punt it. And that basically means, so if I say my 5 and he says, oh, that's my number 2, we're going to save the conversation for where it's higher up on the list.
Full disclosure, we are stealing this from the Top 10 podcast.
Yes,
this
absolutely.
is their format that they rank their movies on. So
it's just a very good format, and it's the best. It's honestly, it's the best way to do it. Yeah. I don't know how any other Top 10 show does it. I was listening to Rhett and Link's podcast today, and they did a Top 10 list, and they basically just went, one for one, like back and forth, and then like Link said that something was his 7, and then Rhett was like, oh, well, that's my number 1. And I was like, what? You just said that like 20 minutes in. Yeah. Like there's no gravitas, if I can steal another word from Mr. John Roca. But yeah, check it out. Top 10 show. That's the Top 10 show with the number 10. Check that out. Great show. Big inspiration for me and TJ starting the Planet Film Network. So big props to them.
You know what? I honestly take that back. I think my 3 are interchangeable, like my middle 3 between the first and the last. So I'll
your
try.
5 is firm set. And
my
your
5
1
and 1.
Set?
My 5 and 1 are firm set. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'll read them off and then maybe I'll switch and etc. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You could go first.
Okay. So my number 5 is Enemy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, so that's your number 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
It's not bad or anything. It's much more thought provoking. Like it's literally just Jake Gyllenhaal and maybe
and Jake Gyllenhaal,
and that's it. Yeah, literally. I hate spiders, so that's actually is one of the reasons.
But do you like Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto's great.
There you go.
But no, I remember watching this and I was very like, because I remember seeing the poster and I think I saw the trailer when I was like younger, when it was first coming out.
Yeah.
So when did this come out?
2013.
2013, yeah. And I was interested in it because I was like, what is like the plot? Like I don't know like what's going on. And I still don't really know what's going on. Like I kind of get it, but it is very thought provoking. And Jake Gyllenhaal is great again. Like he's great in everything. Like especially in another movie that is on this list, he's amazing in that as well. But yeah, I was very intrigued by it, but I still didn't really know almost like all the way what was going on. And like I said, I just hate spiders.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I think the first time I watched it, I think I just watched it randomly one night. I don't even know if it was I don't even know if I knew it was Denis directing it when I watched it. I think I just randomly found it on Netflix one night. And I was like, oh, Jake Gyllenhaal, this looks good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, what is going on? Like, I was like, what is going on? Again, it's not a bad movie. It's a really great movie. It's a very stylistic movie, done amazingly, obviously. Great performances by Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, it's just a really kind of trippy movie. It's kind of like one of those, like, I mean, not exactly like it, but like think like Memento, like those kind of things where it's just like, what am I watching right now? You know what I mean? Like, but you kind of come to appreciate that and stuff like that, even if you don't understand the movie fully, or even if the movie kind of doesn't want you to understand it fully, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think a solid movie, one of his earlier works. But yeah, very, very solid movie. So that's both of our number 5s.
Right.
Boom. All right. So I will go. Or you want to go next with your 4 then?
Yeah, my 4 is okay. So I take this back.
Okay.
Looking at it again, my 3 and 4 are interchangeable.
So your 1 and 2 are locked.
My 1 and 2 are locked. Yeah.
Okay.
4, Arrival, is what I have currently. It's set at.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a punt.
Okay.
My number 4. I think we might be punting. My number 4 is Prisoners.
Punt.
Okay. So what's your number 3?
3 is Sicario.
3 is Sicario for me.
Okay. Sicario, very good.
Oh yeah.
I think I watched it for the first time like a few months ago.
Oh okay.
Did you watch
both?
No, because I heard the second one wasn't as good.
The second
it's
one,
not even from him either, right?
No,
it's
exactly.
From,
That's to me. I feel like if he didn't direct the first one, they would be like, oh wow, those two movies are incredible. Right. But I feel like because he didn't come back to direct it, everybody just compares it to that, and so they're kind of like, well, what's even the point? I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as solid. They set up a third one. I mean,
they did?
I don't know where that is.
Because doesn't most of the characters don't even come isn't.
It basically just continues the Benicio del Toro role.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
But yeah, everybody's Emily Blunt's amazing. Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very I like 13 Hours and Zero Dark 30 and it's very esque that with the drug dealers and everything like that. And there's a lot of good action too.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's escaping my mind now as we're talking about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, same. I really enjoyed it. This is another one that I think I don't think it was on streaming. I think I bought it. I think I just bought the digital version or whatever to watch it. Because I just heard that it was such a good movie. I checked it out, and I was just blown away. The action in it is gripping. Every single scene is so good. Yeah, and a lot of what TJ said too. It's just the performances. Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin especially, and then Benicio del Toro obviously is just brings it.
And John
crazy.
Berthel when he's in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I bought this because it was at the time when Prime was doing their sale.
Okay.
They had just random things on sale. 4K was you could buy it for $5 or whatever. So that's kind of when I bought it.
All right. So what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Blade Runner.
That is a pun.
I figured.
Okay, so my number 2 is the pun from earlier, Arrival.
Okay. Arrival's really I like Arrival. This is really hard. Honestly, I wanted to put I'm really looking forward to Dune. I really want to put Dune 1.
I'm trying to track here. So Sicario and Arrival was what you were saying were interchangeable. Okay.
Yeah. Arrival I really like. Again, very thought provoking. Again, with the idea of are we alone? And then obviously communication with Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Communicating with the aliens. And then Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker. Who else is in that? Is there anybody else big in that?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of.
But those are the main 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just Amy Adams character
Michael Stuhlbarg.
Who is he? I'm terrible with names. Oh, okay, yeah.
In
everything,
everything.
Right.
One of those guys.
And then obviously dealing with her character's kind of story at the end. It's kind of explaining what's going on, and again another very thought provoking movie. And one I enjoyed.
I will say this is one of my absolute favorite portrayals of time travel on film. I love the way that he thought to kind of make it work. That it's almost one of those things where it's it's almost like Bill and Ted. It's like
right.
If you kind of think to yourself, oh, I need to remember to go back and do that, it'll happen. With, I don't know how much you remember about the movie, but the phone call at the end where he's and he's right. How did you get that number? And she's like, and it's because she just had to remember, okay, go back and set in motion the events that will make his phone ring right now to get that phone call. And I just love that at the end, it's kind of her character is figuring out how it all works along with us.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it's if you want to go a little bit deeper into the analysis of it, the aliens that come to Earth, it's basically Amy Adams is tasked with figuring out their language. And basically she realizes that their language is time.
Right.
They're fourth dimensional beings who see all time at the same time and can kind of affect all time at the same time. It's kind of the same kind of principle in Interstellar, that kind of thing.
Right.
Loosely, but if you want something to kind of point back to as a point of reference. But I just love the way that it's kind of this science fiction movie that kind of unfolds itself before your eyes, and you're kind of not sure what it is. But by the end, you're like so gripped by it, and then you understand kind of the horror of what the opening scene meant.
Right.
Because on a rewatch, you get all the context of realizing why she's alone, realizing why she's going to work sad, why all that stuff's happening. It's because you realize you're watching it after everything, and you think it's before.
Yeah.
Which I know it's kind of hard. If you're probably like, what the hell is he talking about if you haven't seen the movie? But I'm trying my best just to not spoil things. But definitely check out the movie because it is very, very good. And again, I'm finding more and more that I am liking Jeremy Renner as an actor. Like, I mean, you know, he's great as Hawkeye and stuff. Like, he's always been a good actor and stuff, like a good action actor and stuff. But between this and like Wind River and like a couple of other things too, and like The Hurt Locker, obviously, like he is just, I just find him like a really good dramatic actor, and especially, you know, some of the dramatic stuff in Endgame, is really good. But you know, Amy Adams. This is Amy Adams' movie. I don't know how she didn't win for that. Like, she just is so good from start to finish.
Nominated like 4 times or something like that. Yeah.
She's always a bridesmaid, never a bride for the Oscars, I think. But yeah, fantastic. I love it. The only reason it's not my number one is because it's not my number one.
Fair.
So you want to talk about your number one?
Yeah, my number one is Prisoners. This is a movie I think I watched this during the pandemic. I think.
So recently, like within the last year?
Like last year, yeah. For the first time. Oh my God, this is one of those movies, like a true crime type, that I was very interested in. Yeah. Both Jake Gyllenhaal Hugh Jackman and
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano bring out the stops in this.
What about what was it?
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard.
Viola Davis.
Next
as well.
time, baby. Not gonna happen.
They're like, and I was actually genuinely shocked too at the end.
Really?
Like, I didn't see it coming, especially the way it ends.
But yeah.
No, yeah, like, you know, and I just didn't see like that character, you know, kind of.
You didn't see that.
I didn't see the
happening.
Ending. It was just crazy. I was like, oh shit. But I don't know how like Hugh Jackman didn't get. I thought he should have been nominated for this.
Oh yeah,
he's so like raw emotion.
Oh yeah,
like,
and this is like coming right off Les Mis too. Like he was just hitting them out of the park.
Yeah,
like this early 2010s for him was just like, oh my god.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is like, he's not subdued. Like, he still has he has 2 moments that I could think of where when he's intimidating. What's his name?
Paul Dano.
No.
Sorry.
David. What's his name?
I
can't pronounce his
from
name.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Deschneider.
I'm sorry. I apologize for watching this.
It's a very
him and when he's like, he gets back to his desk and he's like throwing the keyboard all over the place, and like both of them were just fantastic in this. And again, Paul Dano playing this creepy. He does have like mental issues. Yeah. But he plays it very well. Yeah. And especially when, you know, he's basically in that one spot for, you know, a long time. But yeah,
it makes me very excited to see his portrayal of the Riddler.
Yeah, I'm very especially from that trailer that, you know, we reacted to all those months ago. Oh my God. He's just he's just such a good actor. But yeah.
Boom. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I echo a lot of the stuff. It just didn't hit me as hard as I think it hit a lot of other people. I don't know. I've only seen it once, and it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, don't get me wrong. All of these I've seen once.
Yeah, like I've only seen Prisoners once, and it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's like I'm taking that with it too. Like take it with a grain of salt. Like if I watch it again more recently, if I were to sit down and watch all 5 of these in a row, it might change a little bit. The bottom 4, but. Yeah, I guess it would just depend. But, you know, fantastic. We're talking about the cream of the crop here. We are arguing over the top 0.1 percentile of filmmaking. But yeah. So my number one is small movie, Blade Runner 2049. So this is the 2048th sequel to the original film. But really, this is obviously the follow up to one of the best, what I consider to be
one of the best movies, if not the best sci-fi film of all time,
or one of the best movies of all time.
One of the best movies,
for those, I don't know if I've mentioned it specifically on this show, not yet or not, but for me, Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite movie of all time. Every time I watch it, I am moved to tears, laughter, like joy, sadness, like everything. Like it runs the whole spectrum. And everybody on this channel knows my thoughts on Jared Leto. And this is the only movie that the movie is so good that I actually like Jared Leto in this movie. I would love to see Denny direct Jared Leto more often. Maybe I'd start liking Jared Leto. But yeah, like
he's not even in it. Like he's in it, but like for the runtime, he's not in it that much.
Like he just plays a particular role in the movie. And that's it. But a lot of the actual screen time goes to
Ryan Gosling.
Lower characters on the totem pole to Jared Leto.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Ryan Gosling's performance, how does he not just walk away with the Oscar? How does he not just walk away with every award for this movie? How does Harrison Ford not walk away with Best Supporting Actor? Like, there's so many things in this movie that are just perfect.
I remember like the trailer, 10s. Like I was like, trailers.
Oh my god! And
so
then
good.
Again, you got to talk about too the aesthetic, returning to the aesthetic.
It's my favorite.
I mean, it's basically the aesthetic of this freaking channel. Yeah. Which is not a surprise because it's my favorite movie of all time. I mean, and then, surprise, my second favorite movie of all time is Blade Runner. My third favorite movie of all time?
No. Wait, so you like 2049 more? Because that's a sentiment that people think 2049 is better than the first one.
Yeah, I went back and forth for many years because for years, like I'm talking like a solid decade, Blade Runner was always my favorite film. And then this one came out. And then I had about a year of... not a year. Maybe, God, this almost came out 5 years ago. Not a year, but I had maybe like 2 years of, I don't know which one. Like, I could go either way. But recently, in quarantine, I think so we're at like basically 1 year of quarantine. In the past year, I've watched both movies at least 6 times.
Wow. Okay.
And
damn.
2049 to me is firmly the superior film. I think if you get Roy Batty in this film is like this is the best movie ever that could be created. Like to me, the only thing that makes it a hard choice is Rutger Hauer in the first one.
Yeah.
Because
especially like with the monologue.
Yeah, the monologue at the end, like that is what lifts the movie up so high to me. That's what even makes it a question. Well, for me, it's not really a question anymore, but to me, that's what was causing the question. It's just because that performance is just so transcendent of any film.
It sucks because he like makes like, especially Blade Runner 2049. Then he makes these
movies
amazing
that
films that make no money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 2049, I remember seeing it with Danielle, and it was like, what, 3 people maybe in the theater?
Yeah. Like, and that's why people were hoping that Dune would be the one that really
I'm hoping
Dune
is like the...
And now it's like, it's just set up to fail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... it's not his fault.
I do appreciate, like, the whole, like, fighting for, like, to be seen in the theater, because Dune is something I do want to see, like, in a theater, not at home.
Absolutely.
Because of the grand scale of it.
100%, yeah.
But, yeah, 2049, I've only seen it the one time, but, like...
In 2017?
Yeah. When it was in theaters. I have the 4K. I bought the 4K with the intention to watch it again.
Steelbook?
No, I just bought it like on Amazon because I wanted to buy it digitally, but they didn't. You couldn't buy it 4K digitally. So I
almost impulse bought. Even though I already own all 3, I almost impulse bought. For those watching right now, if you don't already have them, the 4K UHD Steelbook of the trilogy of the John Wick films is on sale for $20 right now on Amazon.
Wow.
I almost impulse bought that, but I already own them all on Blu-ray and on digital. And I was like, but I got the PS5 with the 4K.
Final cut. I have the Final Cut Blade Runner on digital. Because when I watched it for the first time, I didn't buy it. I think it
I have the Final Cut Blu-ray with all the bonus features available, with the optional voiceover.
Right.
I have that on physical Blu-ray, and then I own the other versions on digital.
But
yeah,
$24.99. The sound design.
Woo, yeah.
Like the vibrations in the theater, like the aesthetic, like you said, everybody's performance, exactly like that. Just like
so good.
It's so good. Like it's like
Man.
peak cinema, if you want to call it.
The best Vegas has ever looked in a film.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our top 5. I mean, I think I could see Dune like being my number 1 when it comes out eventually.
Mm-hmm. We'll definitely revisit when we do our Dune review. We'll revisit these lists and we'll say where it goes.
I might have to like read it again because like I didn't forget it.
Mm-hmm. Did you read it or did you audible?
I listened to it.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I listened to it over.
Well, you know me, no shame at all. If anybody out there who says that audiobooks are not reading it, go away. There are hours and hours and hours of commitment.
I always say like, or what I've been saying is like reading like. Whenever I'm reading, I feel like I could be doing something better.
Exactly.
That I'd rather do. But like listening, like I can listen to it at work.
Mm-hmm. And
I can't plot a book.
This is my thing on audiobooks and on people who
shame them?
bash or shame people who listen to them. Audiobooks enable millions, if not hundreds of millions, if not billions of people to enjoy literature who otherwise can't.
Yeah.
That's it. Like to me, it's like it helps so much. And then also, for people like me and TJ, like it allows us to take in that material that we want to process. But we're adults and we have limited time. Like it's the way that we can
like,
take
I can
in
tell
the
you right
information.
now, I would not have been like I would not have.
This
read
guy would not
Thrawn.
have been 10 Star Wars novels deep.
Not even 10 Star Wars.
Paper. Okay, yeah.
That's literally the first one I ever read.
Thrawn?
Thrawn, yeah.
Oh shit.
No, because I bought Darth Plagueis and I just
you're
couldn't
right,
read
you're
it,
right.
and then like I
It's so
started
good.
Lost Stars and I couldn't listen to it, and then I finally listened to Thrawn.
No, it's not. It's not the same thing at all. I'm not saying that it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that it is. I'm saying that it is equal in the sense of if you read a book or if you listen to the audiobook, you have experienced the story.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying that it's the same thing. I know I have, believe
you could
me.
even say it's more immersive.
Yeah, it's more immersive, but also I will say too, reading an actual paper book and stuff, it's an experience that's very singular to reading books.
Yeah. Like don't get me wrong, I wish like I had books on my bookshelf that I've read that I could be like, I read that.
Yeah.
But that's just like, which I was doing at one point. Like I would.
Yeah, like during quarantine, I read 3 like physical books, but but it was just because I had the time to.
Yeah. See, it's just like that where I'm like sitting down. I'm like, I could just be doing something I'd rather.
And
be
I'm not one of those people. One time I was grounded as a kid,
yeah.
and I sat in my room and I read Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. I read it cover to cover 3 times in one day because I was just going like nuts with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one day. It might have been 2 days, but I was like trapped in my room. Not trapped in my room, but I was grounded to my room. So I'm one that I don't like to read. I don't like to take 3 months to read a book.
Right.
Like I can't do that because I'll fall off of it. So I either need the time to read it, or I need to be listening to an audiobook on 1.4 speed.
Yeah.
And just go bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, not saying that it's the same thing at all. 2 very different experiences. I'm just saying that it is. You still experience the story. It's just up to the person on how they want to experience the story. Right. So yeah, boom. That was that'll do it for the show, I think. A nice I was gonna say short show, but I guess it's just a regular length show. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us again on the Planet Film Network. Check out the giveaway video on the channel for the information on there to enter for the WandaVision giveaway. Check out our merch store. The link is in the description. We have a ton of stuff on sale right now, and we have a lot of cool designs up for purchase for a lot of different items. We unboxed the throw pillows, which were very, very cool. I have used them in the following days, and they're very comfortable too. They're really nice pillows, in fact. Yeah.
you say your name?
Oh yeah, my name as always has been Sean Monk. You can follow me right there at Pace Eating Yak on both Twitter and on Instagram. Also, keep your eyes on the channel for more PFN reacts and PFN reviews coming in the coming days.
Yeah. I'm TJ Cornwell. You can find me at TJ_Cornwell on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you're watching this after, tell us your favorite Denis Villeneuve films.
Throw your ranking in the comments.
Yeah. Yep. Tell us what you thought of some of the news today, and then catch us on Saturday, 8 p.m. premiere for our breakdown of Falcon Winter Soldier Episode 2. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Boom. Take it easy.